want to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Qaroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender. False words, important things are needed to be.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Qaroga.
Hello, world. It's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Deep Space Nine Wednesday for Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. And welcome to the panel, John DeMarco.
Thank you, Bird. Appreciate being on the panel.
You're always appreciated, sir. Panel or not.
Thank you.
Welcome to the chat. Carlo Albanese first in the chat today with a Qarogan flag. Qapla Carlo, 47 Yorktown, was a quick second and says, Hail Bop 5, Qapla, 47 Yorktown. John Araki was the third, says 3 Vok. Richie Poole, fourth with 4 Vok. And John DeMarco says, This is Qaroga, Alpha 5. You have the better of me. I do not get the reference.
So Qaroga Alpha 6 exploded 6 months after we were left here.
Oh, shit. Yes. Okay. Well, Qarogans do have the tendency to explode. So
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Good call. Carlo Albanese, then with all of the custom emojis from Mamo Prey to me, Sisso Prey, Nephew Prey, Sassy, and a hug. Thank you, Carlo. Richie Poole says, oh my God, is that a Sister of Prey emoji? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. John Aragi says, we should start a betting pool if Bird will start on time. Well, then I guess people who bet I started on time won today. Richie Poole says, yay. Carlo says, what's next? TOS or Enterprise? Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think it's Enterprise. Well, let's see what happens. Richie Poole says it's early, O'Prey. John DeMarco says greetings all. Pop Culture Curator says hello guys and wave back. I'm waving back. You can't see it, but I promise you I'm doing it. Pop Culture Curator says Qapla Bird of Prey. Hope you are doing well. I am. Thank you. Hope you are doing well. CDJ says Bird of Prey. Hi, I hope you're doing well today. I am. Same to you, CD. And I put up the link for anyone else who would like to join the panel. It is out there. Carlo Albanese says, we, the people, demand Bird of Prey 5 and DS9 Wednesday to begin. Oh, thank you, Carlo. It has begun. And hail Karoga first. We want what? We want explode. It's okay, Carlo. We're don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your Karoga brand, whatever it is, flamethrower or whatever high pressure device is certainly not going to explode. Richie Poole says, I just started rewatching Enterprise last week. Well, then you'll be a few weeks ahead of us if we go with Enterprise. I just watched some episode of Enterprise a few minutes, maybe 2 hours ago. And I don't know. For some reason, don't get me wrong, I like Enterprise, but for some reason, it was looking really, really awful. I don't know if it was just a particularly bad episode, but there was the Andorian woman, and she was beating up Tucker, and it just looked like awful video. I don't know what happened. I never remember that looking bad before, but maybe it's my HDR television. Maybe, I don't know. The colors looked off. Doesn't matter. We'll push through either way. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. If I didn't say that, hello again. Carlo Albanese says, dear Bob, I miss old Dax, but love the new Dax too. Advice. It's all Dax. It's all good. It's all good. And Richie Poole says, Enterprise is a good show. Okay. On your advice, Richie Poole, I will tell everybody I ever knew to watch or rewatch Enterprise. Carlos says, did he have an HD TV back then? That's a good question. Me personally, I did not. I did not see Enterprise in HD. Only on the rewatch did I see it in HD. And I did rewatch it in HD several times. So, but that's not the reason. Okay, so today we are watching Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 13, Field of Fire, which is the episode where there's a serial killer on board the station, which, yeah, that's a weird Star Trek plot. You don't get many serial killers in your Star Trek episodes of the week, but Deep Space Nine was a different show. So yeah, so we have Ezri on board, and it's of course up to the counselor for some reason to find the serial killer, because that's what we do even in 2022. We expect our counselors to catch our most vicious assassins. Oh, wait, you mean we have police for that? Well, I'm sure they have a degree in counseling at least. No? A
But they
degree
don't
in,
have 7 lifetimes of experience, though.
a degree in gun repair and HVAC. 7 lifetimes of experience. Wow. That 8 lifetimes?
I guess we're up to 8 now, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll go well. I'm sure it will go well. Richie Poole says, Ezri will save the day. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Good to hear from you. I am still alive.
That's
we
good.
had 3 hours of electricity this morning, so I could charge my phone. I'll check back in Thursday or Friday. Oh my God, 3 hours. It's like a third world country. I hope you have more electricity in the coming days, Mike Richards, please. And remember, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't. If you've got to go to a hospital or something, don't make them make you feel bad. You are owed it. Okay? You are owed it, sir. Okay. In the meantime, if you're going to listen for a couple minutes, I hope you enjoy. And I do hope you can find a place to stay cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and if you're new here, you want to head to the Bird of Prey 5 screening room at birdofprey5.com/SR. Bring it up in another browser if you're on a computer or a laptop. If you're on a mobile device, try to get a second device to go to that address so you can watch the episode on one screen and hear the YouTube commentary on another. And Mike Richards gives a thumbs up. So awesome. Will do. Great to hear. Great to hear, Mike Richards. Okay. So let's see. What are we going to do? Bring up this. I'm going to bring up the screening room. I will count down and then I will hit play. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll get a screenshot every 10 seconds or so. They're hoping for tomorrow night. Awesome. They're hoping to get that fixed for tomorrow night. Better than never. Okay, let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have an adventure at Quark's Bar. And Bashir is giving a speech. Living proof that Starfleet Academy makes the greatest fighter pilots in the galaxy. Really? Starfleet Academy turning out fighter pilots? And this man, this youth, this pup still wet behind the ears. And he's speaking metaphorically. Wait, is the video not changing on YouTube?
Yeah, it's not showing the screenshots on YouTube.
Son of a bitch. Oh, God damn it. Of all the days. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Okay. If there's anything you want, just ask. Next time you two go to the holosuite, he'd like to come along. Oh, no, can't be done. Impossible. They said, don't take it personally. They're very serious about their leisure activities. Just not with us. This is really weird because they did allow, or they tried to get Odo to come in with them. I don't know if they did it already. I think they did. They tried to get Odo to come into their holosuite, but Odo said no. So it's weird that they wouldn't let this kid in.
Well, because the
John
random kid
Araki.
they just met.
John Araki with the $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. I understand it's somebody who just met, but it's not that they've never let anyone in. They've tried to get people. This poor kid thought he was going to get to have woo-woo time with Ezri Dax. And if it had been Jadzia, she probably would have done it too. Had, she not been married. Don't tell any stories about the Cisco. John Araki says, Miles and Julian play Call of Duty on the holodeck. True gamers. Bet Miles dies all the time. No, Julian would be dying all the time. Miles is a good killer. He's the hero of Cescus 3. He kills the Cardis. No synthahol then, says Carlo. It's a real battle. They drink real alcohol. Oh. Oh, and he pounces it back. And she rejects.
Nice try, though.
Yeah, good A for effort. Serious A. You're about one lifetime late. One lifetime and one wedding late. Jadzia, season 1, or well, season 3, Jadzia, she would have been there. She might not have stayed for breakfast, but she would have stayed a few hours. Very quiet. She doesn't have music playing. Oh, and very thin walls. Shot. Greetings from the future. This is one of my favorite episodes, is the Random Menace. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, dun, da, da, dun, dun. Dun, dun, da, da. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. John Araki says, I wonder why no one ever plays Battle of the Binary Stars on the holodeck, because they don't play fiction that often. Carlo Albanese says, it's a good episode, a good crime story. John Araki says, greetings from the future. Berto Prey 6 says, days, he can't wait to meet you all. Berto Prey 6 says, he can't wait to meet you all. Dan Ben's in the house. Hello, Dan Ben. Tritanium, the TR-116 rifle prototype. Neogenic environments. Anywhere where normal phaser would be useless. Yeah. Good thing Miles knows the full history of this rifle. John Araki says, does Starfleet Medical do all their testing on Beagle? No, we don't test on Beagles. We're not Dr. Fauci. John Street says, where is the lighter emoji for when Berto Prey is doing do? It's there somewhere. Or a candle. People use the candle. Carlos says, why is Berto Prey 6 afraid of Berto Prey 7? Because 7, 8, 9 Ha ha ha. So Odo reads crime novels. It's the time of death. 0317. Wow, that's pretty precise. What do we know about him? 10 days. Not enough for you though, Ezri. Poor guy would probably still be alive. You had just kissed him. Guy keeping you alive. He's a hero. Josh Street says, John Araki, Starfleet doesn't use beagles, but Karogia does. I hope that's not Karoga, because Karoga doesn't. LDG says, wow, welcome, LDG. Dan Ben says, in Voyager, the killing game, the Hirogen wanted to play Battle of Wolf 359 on the holodeck.
Oh, here, that was a real battle.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I really like the episode with the Klingons fighting the Nazis. You don't get that many places.
Yeah, that was fun.
I wonder, like, what would have happened if in World War II actual Klingons beamed down and just started fighting alongside the Americans as they were fighting the Germans. Like, what would my grandfather think? I think they would have been okay with it as long as they realized they were killing the same people.
Yeah, I'm glad they're on our side.
Yeah, exactly. How long was Duran host?
I think it was a few months.
You would have think this Duran thing would have came up in that first trial she was on when they tried to extradite her for Curzons. Supposed crime. Arlo says, "Hail to the Queen of England." Oh, hello, Yvette. Qapla, Yvette. Yvette says the Queen of England owns all the corgis. Good evening, Bird and everyone. No. Nobody wants to answer you, Ezri. How big of a box is she standing on for them to be eye to eye? Why should you have to perform the rite of emergence to get your help? John Araki says the number of Mountain Dew flavors greater than the number of Federation deep space stations. Probably. Well, that was convenient. Human age. John Araki says, Bird, have you gotten Taco Bell Mexican pizza? No, John, and I'm not likely to do so since it's probably a high sodium item. The only thing I generally get from Taco Bell are corn taco and the tortilla chips, the nachos grande, but without a lot of the toppings. This is my rifle. This is my gun. Email names. Carlo says Demolition Man to remind me in the future all restaurants will be Taco Bell. Live long and prosper, Arabic Thunder. A murderer, killer. There was Pizza Hut everywhere, I believe, outside the US, Carlo. Because Taco Bell was more well known in the United States and Pizza Hut more well known outside. Very how do you know I'm not wearing goggles? Don't point the gun at Odo, even if he is a shapeshifter. Yeah, imagine if it was off a bit, Carlo. Guess we need another Dax. Not that smart. Just good with tools. Is that the computer giving you the list of everybody who's smarter than you? I'm sorry.
Now, I wonder if the killer is of a logical mind.
I wonder. It's always the ones you least suspect. It's like they didn't even bother to ask Quark who he has on the station this week, because he would always suspect one of Quark's friends of being a murderer.
Carlos said he wonders if anyone in the Federation has a firearm collection. Well, as I seem to recall, Sulu used to collect guns.
Yeah, might be time for bringing his ancestors in for questioning. Where did his collection go? Really, one might say that's overreaching. John Aragi says, Bird, I'm glad that you are sticking to your anti-salt campaign. Have you thought about documenting your journey in YouTube? You could be the anti-salty trekker. No, thank you. I really don't want to. Mm. If Ezri Dax ever comes back, she can call Jadzia Dax, and then Jadzia Dax can be put into a robot body.
Don't give them any ideas. Cinnamon says he wasn't a killer. He was just playing DS9 bingo.
Welcome, Cinnabon Bunny. Almost looks like a Jem Hadar thing. Does anybody else think that this eyepiece thing is a much bigger problem than the rifle?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, anybody could be sitting in their room just looking through the station and it's not setting off any type of alarms. The only thing he did wrong was when he actually shot a bullet. God knows what people are doing if they don't actually shoot. Pop culture curator says, Bird of Prey, do you use a software program for the YouTube slideshow? Yes, I do. It's a I have on the Bird of Prey 5X channel. I have a video that shows how to use it. I will find it and I will send you the link on YouTube. To me. It's called FFmpeg. FFmpeg. Here, pop culture curator, FFmpeg. That's the link to my YouTube video on how to use it. Oh, okay. I'll send it to you on Twitter. You're driving.
Oh, maybe if you're having an argument with your imaginary former host, you maybe shouldn't do it on the promenade.
Yeah. Also. Maybe lots of alien species talk to themselves. It's not all that it's commonplace. Arabic Sando says murder is illogical. I would disagree. There are times murder is very logical. The needs of the many, after all, outweigh the needs of the one.
Well, as even Spock said, if he had a reason, his father was very capable of killing.
Yeah, yeah. Cinnabon. Good point, Cinnabon. Cinnabon says when your therapist is talking to imaginary friends, it's not a good sign. And Dan Van says, especially when she's a psychologist talking to herself. Well, she has reason to talk to herself, though. That's what I'm saying. It might not be a big issue.
It is true that there is a difference between killing and murdering. Although the episode I was making reference to is when Sarek was the suspect in a murder. So Spock was saying it is possible if he had the motivation.
Plunge it into his heart. Oh well. It's a butter knife. He hit first. I don't think she overreacted. I say we check him again. You have more time, but you can't have more knives. Maybe say there's been another murder. Maybe not leave that little part out. Oh, husband. Sounds a little woke to me. Oh my God. They're all blue. Oh. Aravic Saunders says, who am I to argue with Sarek? Then I retract my statement.
Although I will admit, the first time I watched this episode, it was like the biggest twist that the killer was actually a Vulcan.
Yeah. I wouldn't have believed it. Isn't this the complete opposite of of I don't know, that we're not supposed to use race in police work? Like, I think this would be a problem today. That's the complete opposite of what we're trying to teach police officers. Is they say, well, he's Hispanic. Let's search out all the Hispanics. That's obviously not the way you want to do policing. Like, you don't judge all people by a trait of their race. That's the problem. Except that Star Trek has always been that all members of a race share the same basic traits, except humans. All Vulcans can be something, but all white Vulcans are not. Yes. Are you a killer by any chance? Yula. That's the planet where Teal'c was stationed in Stargate, or where he came from. Oof. It's not a very good survivor rate.
Ships named Grissom don't have exactly a great track record.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the next Grissom. Do you deny this? We deny nothing. Going rogue. Antiderivative Jills is low. That's Teal'c's homeworld. Yes. Chulak. Porn. It's porn. It's Vulcan porn. Don't. No. Oh my. I gotta admit, he figured out where she was in relation to him pretty quickly for not being in the same floor. What other answer would you have expected from the Vulcan? Why did you do it? Because logic
Logic
demanded it.
demanded it.
So this episode, when it came out, apparently was not the best received. But it's the kind of episode that over time has gotten better and better received by audiences. I can see why. I could never imagine a Vulcan doing that as a TNG person, but as time goes on and you realize that not everything is as, I don't know, TNG like, I could definitely see it happening. I don't know if this was an affront to Roddenberry. I hope it isn't, because I think there's room for it in the Star Trek universe without it having to go full Discovery or even Strange New Worlds, without people having to say, the Federation, there's suffering, there's this, there's that. You know, I think there's a happy medium, and I think this episode is as dark as I want my Trek to get. I don't know. That's what I'll say.
Well, like Antiderivative Jill said, it wasn't an affront, but it would have been if she had actually killed the Vulcan.
True. Yeah, that's right. She still got to upheld some semblance of Starfleet values. The Random Menace says it was a fantastic episode. Cinnabon says shooter. Carlo Albanese says a good episode would have been better if there was a C plot across a season. That would have been something. It seems like a lot to get wrapped in one episode, but considering, time and everything, it would have been interesting as a season-long arc, but it's also pretty interesting as a single episode. But you know what? I think as a season-long arc, that might have been something too. I mean, living scared, that's I don't know. What would the Federation have done? Evacuate the station after a few murders? Maybe. I don't know. Get Garrick on it? Have Garrick and Quark and Odo and Ezri all working on it independently? And probably get some specialists from Starfleet. Like, this happens once in a while, usually on deep space missions. We've got some really good people to bring in. Then they get shot. I don't know. Woke Space 9, says Cinnabon. It's not Woke Space 9. Anyway. Dan Ben says Vulcans can lose control of emotions. Yeah. It could be a sick Vulcan. And see, that's the thing. If it was next gen, they would have said he had some type of virus that made him lose control of his emotions. DS9, it was war.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying I'd read that the person who wrote the episode said one of the reasons they picked the Vulcans, they wanted to show that how the psychological strains from the war, even to the point of causing a Vulcan to crack.
I can see it. Carlos says he needs Picard. Cinnabon says, but now Dax will counsel him, and he will probably kill himself. Anyway. Cinnabon. Carlo puts in Vamo Frey, me, Ciso Frey, and Charlie, and sassy emoji and a hug. Thank you, Carlo. I hug you back. And Dr. Jill says they absolutely can. And when they do, you will see how strong their emotions are and why they suppress them in the first place. Darth Maul says, for me, it redeemed Jordan. Duran,
I assume.
Duran. Isn't he a DJ or something? Whatever. For me, it redeemed Duran in person of Dax, not his actions. That Dax is more whole. Carlos says, thanks for the stream. Hope everyone has a great night. Praise the soup. Enjoy a good brew. And as always, hail Karoga. Thank you, Carlo. Andrew Jill says, I wish we had a season 8. Oh, I do, but not now. I don't want a season 8 to come out now. If they had made it at the time, sure. Dan Ben says there was a season 1 episode where a Bajoran lady was killing people. It was a season 1 episode where a Bajoran lady was killing people. You mean Kira? Kira was killing people in the war. I remember the guy who just casually killed the Cardassian in Duet. He thought he was a drunk. A woman, a Bajoran woman killing people. I mean, I know there was Kira's friends would kill people, but I don't recall that particular episode.
I don't know if this is the one he's referring to, but there was one episode where there were Bajoran. It was to assassinate Vedic Bareil.
Could be. Right, Kai Wynn kind of got her to do it or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Arabic Saunders says, hey, to Andrew or Jill, have you seen the hypothetical season 8 on the DS9 documentary? I'm sure she has. Yes, she did. Carlos is the fact. It was a Starfleet officer is what surprised me, and a Vulcan. Yeah, I get it. John DeMarco says, check out Jepnerdy this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on his channel. It's already got a link for us. Very cool.
Thanks, Bird.
Can't wait for that. Okay, John, anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Just as usual, thanks for having me on the panel. It's always fun watching DS9.
It is indeed always fun watching DS9. Thank you all for coming. Qapla All, Bird, and panel out. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a Strange New Worlds review as soon as I can get it done.